So dear brothers and sisters, I was doing a graduation mass for one of the schools for Chapel in Carrigan-Shore here, and graduation masses are usually very interesting, but they'll be the food for other homilies. I won't go into all the details today, but there was one family there, and their daughter had, and have any of you seen Forrest Gump? Remember Forrest Gump had these leg braces, because I don't know, his kind of feet were turned in or whatever it was, so just to kind of straighten everything up. She had a 21st century version of leg braces that were slightly more ergonomically pleasing than Forrest Gump's, but still, braces and bits of a cast and that sort of thing to straighten up the legs. And how old was she? If she was 7, 8 maybe. So it just got me thinking afterwards, how does that girl understand what is happening? Right, so mom and dad are bringing her to the hospital, and imagine, the doctor or the nurse or your own mom or dad saying, "Yeah, we have to break your legs." If that was the case, like if they'd actually have to break and reset, or can you just bend them back around? I don't think so. I don't know. There are a few here in the medical field. You can tell me afterwards. But imagine, like at that age, trying to understand what is happening. You don't really understand. You don't fully understand. But if your parents' track record in your life has been good, even though you don't necessarily like what's happening, you might hopefully trust that what they're doing or what they're allowing is for your good. Even though you mightn't fully understand what or why this is being allowed now, or why your mom would even sign off on this. Yes, break my daughter's legs. Why would you do that? Well, mom has always wanted what's best for me, but not only just kind of wanted what's best for me like a demanding parent might, but mom has always provided for me. She's always taken care of me. She's always sterilized my knee every time I fell and grazed myself. So she's taken care of me, fed me and brought me here, there and everywhere. So I trust that even though I don't understand this, that somehow, in a way I don't fully grasp, mom wants my good. Similarly with God. There are many things in our lives we don't get, or we just outright don't like, or we disagree with. Certain situations that are painful or difficult or tragic or sad. And I think it's helpful to ask ourselves as a child would, even though they might know how to phrase it exactly, but I think implicitly they ask themselves this question: how is my parent loving me here? Or in our situation, how is God loving me here? In this particular situation I find myself, or this cross I find myself on now, how is God loving me here? What's he trying to do? What does he want to show me or teach me? How does he want to form my heart? What is he asking me to leave behind? What is he asking me to take on or take up? How is God loving me here, now, today? Very quickly, in our youth, we are always orienting our lives towards the next deadline. So, Jenny, once I finish primary school, life will be amazing. No, once I finish secondary school, I'll be free and easy. Once I finish college, once I get that master's, right, then we'll be sorted. I just need that promotion, or my first job, and then the promotion, And then, when does it? I suppose when does that kind of pan out? 40s. That's when everything just turns to pot, and that it. In our 40s, I think a lot of that kind of next deadline striving it just kind of evens out. There's maybe a couple of promotions available at work. Apart from that, that's when the midlife crisis hits, by the way. But again, that's another homily, because we get there and we realize, is this it? I've it all done. All those things I was supposed to do and achieve, I've them all done now. Is this it? Is this what it was all for? So again, that's the midlife crisis. We won't talk about that today. But point being, in our youth, we're always striving for the next deadline, for the next thing, and there's always something to look forward to, and always kind of a goal to be achieved, something to be overcome. But eventually that levels out, and we find ourselves such in ordinary time, where it's not as exciting or as new, there aren't so many changes anymore. This is ordinary life. So how is God loving me here? How is God loving me today? Rather than waiting for, the next thing, when I'm married, when I have my first child, when we have our own home, when we have our whatever it is, whatever the next goal we think is important, and then waiting for kind of things to be sorted then. That's then when everything will settle. That maybe not. How is the Lord loving me today? Do I see the Lord's footprints on today's beach? Do I see the Lord's hand in today's work? Do I see what the Lord is trying to do or heal in me now? So we ask the Lord to give us eyes to recognize His presence, His healing touch, His guidance, His teaching, His love, that we might, at the end of each day, be filled with gratitude and recognize how He is loving us here. Amen.